Okay, good morning, students. We meet again in our class of literal reading. This is the third week, second meeting of our class. Last week we discussed about topic and we tried to give the definition of topic by practicing, and we come to this definition that topic is a term is an idea that control other ideas in a group of words or group of text. It become like an umbrella that include or can explain everything that are there, but not too general, not becoming too general, and at the same time will not become too specific, because when it is too general, then it doesn't explain anything about something. But when it becomes too specific, then it will exclude or it will not explain maybe one or two things of the group, of the information in the group, I mean. Okay, so based on that definition, in this meeting we are going to go a little bit further by discussing about the definition or about the application of topic in a paragraph. I will share my screen with you in a while. So yes, there it is. Okay, so based on your pre-existing knowledge about what you already have known about paragraph, I will want to ask you to read this text that I'm going to show you in a minute and decide yourself whether this is a good paragraph or not. And when it is a paragraph, then you can, um, give a kind of explanation or argument why do you think it is a paragraph. And if you think that it is not a paragraph, it just look like a paragraph but not a paragraph, you can also give me the argument to support your your decision or your inference of it. I'll make it bigger. Okay, please take some time to read this. Okay, just by reading this text quickly, you will probably frown already. Like you ask yourself, like, is this the real text, or do you think this is a real text that you will call as paragraph? Because it seems to me myself, I'm like, I found that this is not a paragraph because um, each sentence actually bring its own idea, and there is no whatsoever way to connect the sentence. I cannot see that there is a topic here, and that's why I will say this is not a paragraph. So the text that we just saw, just read, is yeah, it looked like a paragraph, but probably it is not a paragraph. So the next question is like, what makes a paragraph? Okay, now we are going to look at another text, and you will read this, or we will read this, and then later on we will make some kind of comparison between the text that we are going to read and the text that we have just read. This one is the text that I mentioned. At the start of the test, she put into the traffic without giving an arm signal. Turning left out of the right-hand lane from Main into Montrose Avenue, she drove to the corner of Salem. Here, her foot nervously felt for the brake but missed it, and she went through a traffic light on Jill, startled to see a 25-mile speed zone sign, she stole a glance at the speedometer. It registered 35. Perhaps the inspector hadn't noticed. She pulled up at last, stepping on the brake too hard and stopped with a jerk at Motor Vehicle Department headquarters. She leaned back in the seat and sighed. Finally, the officer broke the silence. You should have turned the wheel toward the curb. Better luck next time. Okay, reading this text and trying to remember the previous text and try to compare them, you will see that this text is much better organized. It is easily to understand. It is easier to understand than the previous one. Unless you are a very intelligent person, maybe you will not be able to get the message, the sense of the first text that we read. But this one, you know that right away that, oh, probably this text has as its topic like the failure in a maybe driving test or the nervous test taker or something like that. But we know that all the sentences in this paragraph at one point try to explain one idea. All the sentences going there, it's like, what is it, like converging into that kind of idea. Different from the first text where all the sentences seem to go separate ways. These sentences here seem to go the same way, and we know that this what makes this is a paragraph, not the first text. The form can be the same, but then the, what is it, like, yeah, by reading it, you know that the first text is not a paragraph. The second text is a paragraph. And now let's go to answer the next question. So what makes a paragraph, or what makes a good paragraph? Okay, so one paragraph should have only one topic, one central idea, one controlling idea, we call it like that also. So this idea control other ideas or sub-ideas that are found in the sentence, in that paragraph. I mean, all other ideas try to support that topic. All other sentences or ideas support that topic. In other way, no other ideas may defy or contradict the topic. Usually, topic is in the form of a topic sentence. So in a paragraph, the topic is in the form of a topic sentence. And in many cases, especially in standardized text, in standard tests like in TOEFL, TOEIC, topic sentence can be found in the beginning of a paragraph. Although at times you can find it in the end. In the previous text that we read here, you cannot find the topic sentence because you will have to understand all the, what is it, like the text there, the sentences, to understand later on the topic. But if you can, I can conclude this is more like kind of a deductive paragraph, meaning that the topic sentence will be, if we can say like that, is, or the decision or the conclusion of the paragraph can be read at the end of the paragraph. So better luck next time. And that expression is used when someone is failing in a test or in failing in doing something. So that's why we need better luck next time. So you know that this paragraph has as its topic sentence, maybe we can like that, the failure, but you have to revert that. We have to try to, what is it, like, yeah, to formulate the topic sentence ourselves. But in some cases, the topic sentence is given in the text, in the paragraph. Many times at the beginning of the paragraph, sometimes at the end of the paragraph. And sentences, other sentences that support topic sentence, topic sentence can be one or can be two, are called supporting sentences. And those supporting sentences can include explanation, iteration, or examples. All right, so the next will be an exercise for you to do. So let's do it together. I will see you in the exercise.